Yo, what's good with y'all, man? You know who it is. It's your boy, True Prodigy 27, back with another video. And yeah, man, this video, I'm gonna be talking about this man Cooly from No Fugazi. You know, lately he's been getting a lot of heat, you know, from O'Shea and Auburn Preach and other YouTubers, you know, saying he's a fraud, he's a hypocrite and stuff. And you know, I wasn't really going to speak on this at first, but I have to. Well, I don't necessarily have to, but I feel like I should, because my channel this is what I talk about on my channel. I just did a video exposing somebody else. So, yeah, I mean, this is what I talk about, man. The guys that's supposed to be helping men, but you actually a fraud, or you a scammer, or you a grifter, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? You're just like you're a wolf in sheep's clothing, I should say, right? So that's what I talk about on my channel. So I'm like, I have to say something about this. You know, I wasn't gonna do it. I was just gonna leave it alone. But yeah. So yeah, another thing, I don't really know a whole lot about this dude Cooly. You feel me? I see that his girl is attractive. You know, he got a healthy, functioning family from what I could see. And I ain't never heard nothing bad about, you know, how he run his household or nothing like that. You know, he ain't no abusive, drunk stepfather or no shit like that. You know, I ain't never really heard nothing bad. Like, this is my first time hearing something bad about this dude, you know, from his whole duration of being on YouTube. So yeah, man, like I said, I'm gonna be completely objective in this. I'm not gonna be biased or anything, you know. So yeah, man, with that being said, let's get to it.
This is your last.
Oh yeah, another thing too, I do like some of the stuff he says. If I ain't already said, he sort of remind me of Myron. So I don't necessarily like Myron like that. I think he's a cool, but he just on some racist shit. But other than that, I think Myron cool. But anyway, let's get to it.
Chance. After this, there's no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and you believe whatever you want. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. I know you like that, right? So,
you know what would have made it like dope as fuck? If he would have cut all his hair off, if he would have cut his beard off, and if he would have actually bought some dark ass shades, some dark ass rim shades, you know, like Morpheus, that would have set the whole thing off. I ain't gonna lie, he probably look ugly as hell doing that, but I mean, at least you would actually it'll be a more accurate impersonation. You feel me? But yeah, man, we gotta get back to him. Just trying to be funny.
There's a few things that we're going to get into tonight. It's been a lot of noise in these streets, and we're going to explain and expose all the misinformation and propaganda that these reaction channels is doing about Cooly and No Fugazi. So let's get down to business. One of my tenets are manipulation happens when you focus on the effects instead of going to the root, the cause of things. And many viewers out there have been manipulated by watching these reaction channels from these big platforms. So now let's actually go to the root of how this all actually started. So now I'm going to play clip number 1, where they edited things out to make it seem like I said I was a top tier man. Day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
You believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
Hold on, before we go, what's your math saying?
A top tier man is also a man that is extremely desirable by way of his character. A top tier man is a man who displays a certain level of intellect that allows him to consider other people. A top tier man, they lead with love, not with dictatorship.
All right, so you just got finished with that clip, and that was the edited version of the clip. So here's the full version of the clip, right? Let's go ahead and play that. That is the truth.
Okay, so since
I don't care about going broke or none of that.
So since
You
we're speaking about,
believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
By what standard?
I'm
Well, when I'm in a
interested to know.
relationship, I'm not speaking about myself, but
When I'm in a relationship, I'm not speaking about myself, but
as you can see in
Okay, so I'm gonna elaborate real quick. I do like the fact that, you know, he brought light to this, because I didn't want to necessarily elaborate on this, or well, not elaborate, but I didn't want to speak on this unless I got all the facts, right? You know, because I'm not trying to make people look crazy, or I'm not trying to talk crap about people just so I could get views or whatever. Like, that's not how I operate. So yeah, I just wanted to wait a little while before I was able to just get his side of the story. So anyway, I agree more with Cooly on this because he was speaking objectively on what men, oh not men, but what women find attractive, right? Women find tall guys with money attractive, right? These are attraction triggers, and everything else outside of that, well, I don't necessarily want to say everything else, but everything that the woman was saying, like a guy's character, his intellect, and him leading with love, is more subjective. You feel me? Because the way I lead, if the way I lead with love, you might think is me trying to dictate or me leading in hate or whatever, right? Or my character and how I treat other people, you may not see that as me being kind to that person or me being fair, right? Like you may not see that, you know, like everybody's not don't have the same they don't perceive things everybody don't perceive things to be the same, right? So yeah, and me saying that's what I mean. Like she was being like her argument was more so subjective, right? And his was objective. So I agree with him because I like to stand on the truth, or I like to stand on things that are generally true, I should say. Yeah, that's pretty much it with that.
In that clip, I never said I was a top tier man. As you can also see in that clip, the woman, she spoke about values. I spoke about tiers. I spoke about the prerequisites.
Oh yeah, let me give one example before I let him give his spiel. Let's just say I'm leading the country, right? And it's just like with what's going on now with Trump, with the Trump administration and Joe Biden or whatever. Like Biden want to let the immigrants in, and Trump want to get rid of them, right? So some people think like that, like some people hate Trump for that, and some people love Trump for that. You feel me? Like that's subjective. That's just one example, as like the easiest example I could think of, but that's what I'm talking about when I say that. But a dude being 6'5" and a dude making $350,000 a year, like most women are going to go for that guy. You feel me? As opposed to a dude that's like 5'2" and he's broke. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. But yeah, let's get to it.
It's the things that a man has to meet before a woman even gives him a chance. So, generally speaking, women are attracted to height, income, and race. That's to get the man in the door. The values and his character and his personality and him being a virtuous individual, that comes after the man meets the woman's prerequisites. So what that woman just stated was manipulation. She spoke about the effects. I actually spoke about the cause. I went to the root of it. So think about it. If a woman actually did meet a man and he embodied all of those values that woman stated, but he was 5'2" and broke, she wouldn't give him a chance. And most women wouldn't either. Now, since you just watched that clip and you got the truth, now let's...
I'm gonna have to agree with him on that. Now there are exceptions to where, you know, a 5'2" dude that's broke can get the woman he want. You know, there are the exceptions, but the exception definitely does not make the rule by any means. But yeah,
let's get into the next lie that they told.
That's why he thinks he's a top tier man, because he's 6'4" and black. This is why he's the trinket. He's the fetish. But this is the dude that y'all follow, fellas. This is the rhetoric that y'all subscribe to from hypocrites. A black man playing stepdaddy to some white kids with a single mother who was a BBL Becky.
One, Jake does not have a BBL. Y'all saying BBL Becky? Y'all funny. So as you all just witnessed in that clip, it shows that, oh, well, Cooly is saying these things.
Well, he said his wife ain't got no BBL Becky, you know. Everybody thought she was a BBL Becky, but obviously she's not, right? She's just a fit, healthy woman that go to the gym like he do, you know. So, I mean, that's the difference between this dude and, you know, Donovan S. You know, I don't necessarily want to say this dude's name, you know, but that's the difference between these dudes is you got this one dude, you know, his girl is actually see, I don't think he going nowhere. Let me tell y'all why. Because he got a healthy, functioning family, you know, and his wife, not his wife, but his girl is actually attractive, right? See, that's the difference, man. I guarantee you, if this Dan Donovan, if his girl was attractive, and he would have let he would have let everybody know that, you know, he was dating a single mom or whatever, he would still be in business, bro. Like he would still be selling his courses. You know, he wouldn't be on the verge of quitting YouTube like he said he was gonna do. But that wouldn't be a situation with this dude, man. So yeah, like his girl is attractive. We want to know how he got his woman. We want to know how he got that 8-9 or that 8-9 or that dime or whatever, right? Like we want to know how Donovan Sharp got his woman. That wasn't the case with this nigga. He was hiding her like Steve the Dean had his wife. But yeah, man. I know I'm doing a lot of rambling right now. You know, let's just get back to it. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like if Donovan had the same situation as this dude, he would still be killing it. But yeah, let's get back to it.
It's about not dating a single mom, but he's actually dating one. So hypocritical. Well, let's actually play some clips where I always speak about these things on my podcast, and I've never lied about my life. And I have almost 2 million followers on TikTok where it shows my personal life. So how can they be exposing anything when I put this out there for the world to see? And I've spoke about these things many times on my podcast. You're in the 18 percentile, like myself. I have full custody of my kid, right? Difference between me and you is
shout out to you for having custody of your kid, bro. That's a rare exception for a dude to have full custody of his kids. But yeah, I
met my girl when we got together when we were 25. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yes, we both had children. So we came into the relationship with children, but I was young and she was young. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't have to build on anything. We were kind of just young together, figuring things out. Okay, so now you just heard that clip where you got the truth now. Now let's get into another clip where I actually tell men that don't have any kids not to date single moms. Men that do have kids that have full custody of their kids, that's an exception to the rule if you have full custody of your kids, because only 18% of fathers win custody battles. So you're in the exception, man. And when you have full custody of your kid, women that don't have kids necessarily don't understand the obligations that it takes when having kids. So if you can find a woman that doesn't have kids that does understand the obligations, that's a great thing. But if you can't, then there's a higher probability that a woman that has kids, she can understand those obligations. But there's many red flags that those single moms be having. So still try to avoid them. But if you can find one that doesn't have all of those red flags, but you have a kid, maybe it's not a bad idea. But still, it's nonsensical to even say, because generally speaking, most of them do. I just happen to be the exception to the rule, and my girl happens to be the exception to the rule. With that being said, I still recommend you guys stay away from single moms. The man has bigger.
Okay, let me speak on this right quick. Bro, I agree with everything you were saying previous, but now I'm gonna that wasn't a good enough explanation to convince me, you know. I'm not even saying I'm a guy you should convince or whatever, you know. It's just me speaking my mind and you know, giving my own thoughts. But I don't, bro, you still a hypocrite, bro. It's still, and I understand you saying like most women like wouldn't want to be in your situation where you're a single father raising kids, right? But I would dare to say that you should find the exceptional woman that is attractive and that meets your standards, that's still willing to raise your kids, right? That would have actually made you look better. That would have strengthened your position as being like I don't know if you're a dating coach or a self-help guru. I don't really know what you are or whatever, but that would have strengthened your position, bro. And that would have probably garnered you more clout on your podcast. The fact that you got an attractive woman, a woman of your caliber to help you raise your kids when she don't even have kids herself, but she's willing to help you raise yours, right? So you speaking about you being the exception, but you should have found the exception, bro. You should have went out and found that woman. And it wasn't like it was a situation where you couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like you could have found one. You was like, you know what? She's fine. You know what I mean? She got a good head on her shoulders. Her kids seem to have a good head on their shoulders. You know, she's fit, friendly, cooperative, and all that different type of stuff like Kevin Samuels used to be saying. So I'm willing to settle down with this woman. And she's probably a woman of the Most High. She's a woman of God, right? So she meets everything. She's 80% there, you know, as far as her like meeting my expectations or whatever, right? She just got 2 kids, but it don't really matter because I got 2 kids myself, so fuck it. I guess we'll just make it work. But like I said, man, it wasn't like it was a situation where you ain't had no choice but to date women. but to date women with kids. No, you could have found that woman. You just said no, bro. So, and don't get me wrong, the situation you're in now is not a bad situation.
If he chooses to date.
I'm not done talking, but yeah, your situation now isn't a bad situation. You just come across as a hypocrite, bro. Because I guarantee you, bro. Listen to me when I tell you this. I guarantee you, if you was dating if you were dating a chick with no kids right now, I wouldn't even be doing this video. O'Shea and Auburn Preach, those guys wouldn't even be reacting to you. They guys wouldn't be trying to expose you, bro, if you would have just dated a woman with a kid. I mean, with no kid. I apologize. With no kids, bro. But like I said, you probably said in your head, she's meeting my expectations. She's everything I want in a woman. She's got kids. So, I mean, that's fine and cool. But, bro, you still coming across as a hypocrite, bro. So, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be straight down the middle with this shit, bro. Like, I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm just, this is my own. It's just my own opinion. This is just how I perceive it. So, you know what? Let me give one last example. Right? Let me give one more example. If I break into somebody's house, no. If somebody break into my house while I'm in bed, sleep with my kids, right, and my wife and my dog or whatever, right. And they break in my house at 2:00 in the morning, and I find out by the sound of where the sound came from, I know exactly where they were, and I go to where they were, and I catch them lacking right, and I shoot them in the head. Okay, I can't kill someone and then tell people you shouldn't kill someone, right? Even though the situation where dude was trying to break in my house, maybe it was a hit on me, maybe he was trying to steal from me, whatever the case may be, I still can't tell people it's cool to kill just because I had a rare exception and it's my situation. Like you trying to make it as like, okay, you said women are recreational use only, like single moms are recreational use only. You said that as if it was like a blanket statement. You know, like there is no exceptions to that. You said as if, no, this is the thing that I stand on, period. No exceptions, right? That's how you framed it when you said single moms should be, treated as recreational use. No, bro. You fucked up when you said that, man. I wish I could have joined. Well, nah, I ain't we be getting into that. But, bro, I just gotta be real with it, man. You know, I'm doing too much talking. I'm sort of losing my train of thought, so I'm gonna let the video progress. And if I remember what I was finna say, then I'll elaborate. But yeah,
a single mother and take her seriously because she comes with kids. Now, a man that has kids and a woman that has kids, okay, that's a mixed family. It's like, okay, y'all both coming in with baggage. But a man that doesn't have no kids shouldn't look a single mom's way. So there has been no lies. Nothing has been exposed. I've always talked about this stuff on my full panel podcast with women and on my debate shows when I have men on. So a hypocrite is someone that tells someone, I don't do this.
But bro, you shouldn't be saying single moms are recreational use only. If that's the case, then if you have that talking point, like I said earlier, then I mean, you should have treated your woman as recreational use. You know, no offense or whatever. I ain't trying to come at her or you, but I'm just, speaking my mind, like I said. But yeah, man, like it just wasn't a good enough explanation. You feel me? But yeah,
that ain't me. I don't stand for this. But then they go ahead out and do it. That's what a hypocrite is. Just want to let y'all know that is true. We can all agree to that. So all of these podcasts is making reactions to me. They saying that I'm hypocritical because they think that, oh, here's another red pill guy making talking points like all of these other podcasts. So he must view himself as like a bachelor and this high value guy, where if you watch No Fugazi, I'm not a bachelor, I'm a father. So my values and everything that I embody is much different from these other type of red pill podcasts that y'all watch. Y'all just new people coming in right now, just talking a whole lot. So it's like having an essay on a book that's 20 chapters and you only read 4 of the chapters. And then you make a conclusion off the book based off of those 4 chapters that you read. So a lot of people in the comments and stuff like that currently right now is like, oh, no, he's just trying to cover up. No, bro, you don't watch my content. As you've seen, I lost no subscribers. My Instagram is still the same. So all of this noise and stuff like that, my true supporters are still rocking with me. Y'all just here. Y'all knew. So since y'all knew, y'all gonna get this work too. And actually, I am gonna open it up for some of the haters because I like the debate and I'm here to roast people today. Welcome to No Fugazi Podcast. State your name.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right here. From this point on, he's just gonna be debating different people that call in. Shout out to what's his name, Mr. Fantastic. You know, shout out to Mr. Fantastic. Shout out to me. I didn't really see all of this. I seen maybe 5 minutes of it. You know, because it was just too long. I'm not finna watch this whole 3-hour fucking video. But yeah, man. That's it, man. Like, bro, honestly, I don't think this dude going nowhere, man. You know, I don't like. He did reference his situation, you know, as far as I have kids, so like me getting with a woman that has kids is fair, you know. But me actually getting with a single mom is a true benefit. You feel me? As far as me being true to what I stand for, being true to what I preach. You feel me? So, yeah, bro, you gonna lose some credibility. People gonna be giving you the side eye. Some people not gonna be fucking with that, or you know. But honestly, bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't think you're gonna be going nowhere. People still gonna rock with you, man. You know, I do think I do genuinely think you got some good things to say. You know, I do like the fact that you are a man of the Most High. You feel me? Like, you got an attractive wife. You got beautiful kids, and well, I don't really know your dynamic with the kids. I don't know if 3 of them your kids or 1 of them her kids. I don't know that dynamic. But regardless, man, you do have a nice family. You know, like I said, I'm not necessarily here to bash you or shit on you. I just speak in my mind and just going with the facts and just informing people that fuck with me of who you are and what you stand for, whatever. So that's really all I got for y'all, man. You know, like, comment, subscribe, you know, fuck with your boy, man. If you disagree with me or whatever, you know, let me know in the comments and we can debate. Well, I don't want to debate on behalf of another dude, but just let me know in the comments, man. You know, yeah, pretty much. But with that being said, you know, I hope y'all like the video. You know, peace. I'll holler at y'all.